souls? Alright, so a few months ago in college, my very extremely highly liberal professor on the first day of class was like, if you don't support same-sex marriage, you are a bigot. I'm like, whoa, I'm a bigot? I'm a bigot against gay people because I don't support same-sex marriage? Alright, if we're going to use that logic, then that would mean I hate straight people. I'm a bigot against straight people because I don't support polygamy as well. Damn, I have a lot of hatred towards others and towards people like me. Straight people. Sheesh, I just hate everyone. You know, and that comment just pissed me off. And I had to put up with nonsense like that for months. I'm so glad I'm done with that class and I passed. I just couldn't take all that whining. It was just too much whining every single damn day from a freaking liberal. But anyways, the reason why I don't support same-sex marriage is because no matter what, whether it's a man-on-man relationship or a woman-on-woman relationship, those two relationships will deny a child a mother or a father. Picture this. I am an adoption agency, and my job is to place this kid inside at home where he will be raised in a healthy, loving environment. Now, I have three couples in front of me. A man and woman couple, man-on-man couple, and woman and woman couple. All three of these couples are equal. Like, you know, they all have good paying jobs, they're all loving people, they're all nice and friendly, and they don't have any issues and baggages with them. They're all awesome. They're all awesome. Now, it's my responsibility to put this kid into a home that I think he will benefit him the most, or her the most. Me, because I don't believe in same-sex marriage, and I don't support it, I'm going to go the traditional route. Now, is it because I hate gay people? No. It's because I think this is what's best for the child. Maybe it makes me a bigot for thinking this, but I think, and this is radical, this is crazy, but I think that a child being raised by both a man and a woman is a lot more beneficial than being raised by two men or two women. I said it, I know it's crazy, I know, I will whip myself later tonight for saying such radical things, but I just honestly believe that. Because if we place a kid inside a lesbian marriage, you know, that kid is being denied a father. Say it's a daughter, right? The daughter, she has the benefit of having two women there. Awesome, she can relate to both of them. So when she has her menstruation, all these things, psh, these two women are experts on it. But we all know the statistics about girls who grow up in homes without a father and their insecurity issues and all these other issues just because they don't have a father. And that's what a lesbian couple denies them. Look at any statistics. Look at any of the females you know around you who grew up without a dad just because they didn't have a dad or a loving dad. See how jacked up that is? And that's what a lesbian couple does to the child. They might love that child to death, but at the end of the day, that child still has no male role model in their lives, no father figure, and is being denied a father. So the male influence is no longer a part of that child's life. Same goes for a man-on-man couple. You know, put a little girl in there. How's a little girl, when she go through her menstruation, gonna even relate? How are the men gonna relate to the girl when she has her first period? You know, I'm having these cramps and I don't know what to do about it. Well, you know, we're both guys. We never had a menstruation cycle, so. But you can ask Betty down the street, or we can ask your aunt, you know? And it's like, why do any of that when I can just put them in a traditional home? So whether it's a boy or girl, it's going to have best of both worlds. If it's a boy, he's going to have the male role model right there, and he's going to have the nurturing female right there. You know, I'm sure there's people out there who are already typing, well, I was raised by two women, and I came out wonderful and awesome. You know why that doesn't work? Because that's anecdotal. Great for you, awesome for you, and that's true for you. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be true for the next person. Because if I came out and tell you, well, you know what? I know a girl who was raised by two women, and she came out terrible. She's in jail now. And then that person's going to say, well, not everyone who's raised by two females goes to jail. But you know what? Not everyone who's raised by females is awesome and wonderful. Now, I'm not saying that two men and two women cannot raise a kid. Any loving people can raise a kid. But the point is, what is best mentally, socially, physically for this child? It will always be the best route to go, a traditional one between a man and a woman. Because that's what makes marriage special. Because it creates. Two gay men create nothing. Two lesbians create nothing. But a man and a woman create life. And that's why we want to protect marriage. We want to protect that. This is why we are anti-divorce too. But we're not going to outlaw divorce. That'd be crazy. We're not going to freaking force a woman to stay with an abusive husband. Hell no. And Jesus was against that too. So we're against divorce. We're against same-sex marriage. We're against polygamists. We're against anything that threatens that. A child should be raised by a man and a woman. That's it. Now, is that the real world? No. We know that's not the real world. We know that, you know, there's millions of broken homes and people are raised by single parents all the time. But even then, if I was an adoption agency and, you know, a single man, a single woman, and a married couple, all equally awesome people, wanting to adopt this child, again, I'm going to go the traditional route. Does that mean I'm a bigot against women? Or I'm a bigot against men? No. It's because this is what I think is best for the child. Because if he's just going to be with the woman alone, he's being denied a father. If he's going to be with the man alone, he's going to be denied a mother. But if we just go the traditional route, he gets the best of both worlds. And people always say, yeah, but if you give it to two men or two women, you know, that doesn't mean there won't be any male or female role models in their lives. Yes, I'm not saying that there won't be any, but you got to go through extra measures to create that environment, to meet those and to accommodate that necessity. So if, you know, if it's a lesbian couple raising a boy, you know, a male role model might be an uncle or the neighbor down the street or the teacher or any of that stuff. And that's great that he has that influence. But why go through all that when I can just put him in a traditional home with the man already there? I don't have to knock on anybody's door down the street. I don't have to call anybody. The man is already there. But yeah, that's a crazy radical idea, and I'm racist and I'm a bigot for thinking that. You know, some people might say, oh yeah, but what if it's a traditional couple and they're infertile? And so does that mean that their marriage isn't real? Should they be banned from getting married? No, that's not the point. Again, the point of marriage is procreation. The reason why marriage exists is because of procreation. Because two people can create a baby. Even two infertile couples can become fertile later. And they can have a baby. So why ban that when there's still a possibility that they can create a baby? But yet, two men can never create a baby. Two women can never create a baby, ever. And then there's always people who say, but what about elderly couples? Are you gonna deny two old people getting married because they can't have kids? The reason why I won't deny them marriage is because, unlike the homosexual couple or the lesbian couple, if these two couples were to adopt, the gay couple or the lesbian couple will be denied a mother or a father, depending on who they go with. This elderly couple isn't denying that child anything. They aren't denying that child a father or a mother. So that's why I support that one. I support the elderly getting married. I support even the infertile getting married because they always have the choice of adoption. And if a child is adopted into that home, they have the best of both worlds. A man and a woman. Two genders that can bring something to the table that a homosexual couple cannot, or a lesbian couple cannot. So that's my reasoning. Those are my thoughts. Yes, I know, it makes me crazy racist and bigot and homophobic and anything else under the sun for thinking that, you know, a man and a woman can bring something to the table that's unique about their own genders that a homosexual couple and a lesbian couple cannot do. I know, that makes me crazy, I know. But just remember, I am not saying that a gay couple cannot raise a child as good as a straight couple. I'm not. But I am speaking idealistically. I would rather have children born and raised in homes with both genders instead of two of the same genders or just one gender. Single homes, I don't like that. I support single moms. I support single fathers. But at the end of the day, I would wish that they did have somebody. If it's a single mom, I wish there was a father figure in that child's life. If it's a single father, I wish there was a mother figure in that child's life. So yeah, so that's the reason why I support traditional marriage. Now, that has nothing to do with me being anti-gay or anti-anything. I'm just very pro-family. Because let's go back to that scenario of the adoption agency. Let's replace the gay couples, the lesbians and the homosexuals, with, again, you know, one man and one woman. And they're all straight. Everyone's straight. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna pick the traditional one. Does that mean I hate women and hate men? No. But for some reason, when you replace them with gay couples, all of a sudden you hate gay people. No, it's not any like that at all. It's just that we believe that men and women is the most idealistic and most beneficial for a child, for anybody. Assuming everyone is equal. Now, of course, no one's making the argument that, you know, I'll pick a crackhead straight couple over a perfectly healthy gay couple. No one's making that argument. Well, of course I'm going to pick the gay couple over the freaking crackhead couple. They're not even qualified to raise a child. What the hell? But I'm just saying, if everyone's equal, at the end of the day, the traditional couple is the better couple.
An individual who is impotent or another who is infertile does not change the definition of marriage in principle. Because between a man and a woman, in principle, procreation is always possible. And it is that possibility which gave rise to the institution of marriage in the first place. As a matter of law,
it's still
as a matter of law
possible
and
in principle.
But when it is impossible, as between two males or two females, you're talking about something that's not just incidentally impossible, it's impossible in principle. And that means that if you say that that's a marriage, you are saying marriage can be understood in principle apart from procreation. You have changed its definition in such a way as, in fact, to destroy the necessity for the institution. Since the only reason it has existed in human societies and civilizations was to regulate, from a social point of view, the obligations and responsibilities attendant upon procreation. So when you start playing games in this way, you are actually acting as if the institution has no basis independent of your own arbitrary whim.